live from the Quad Cities. This is CBS4 News This Morning at 6.
A new school offers something different for Quad City students, and
it's got to stop. It's got to stop. They got to do their job.
but Republicans say they won't give up their battle over the Rock Island County Sheriff's race anytime soon. Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Emily Scarlett. If you like dance, music, or theater, the Davenport School District has a program just for you. Ashley Richmond is live in the newsroom to show us what's being unveiled today. Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning, Emily. It's the only magnet art school between Kansas City and Chicago, and it's revamping the way students learn. Davenport school leaders are cutting the ribbon on their Creative Arts Academy today. The Creative Arts Academy lets 6th grade students and high school juniors and seniors concentrate on required schoolwork for half the day and take arts electives during the other half. Students audition to get in and focus on subjects like communication and media arts, dance, music, theater, and visual arts. The high school students are also working with arts organizations in the community, like the Figgy, the River Music Experience, and the Quad City Arts Center, getting real-life workplace experience. The Academy plans to host community events throughout the year as well, so everyone can get involved. Now, school leaders say most times arts programs are the first on the chopping block when it comes to budget cuts. So seeing the students, faculty, and community embrace this unique idea is refreshing.
We feel that we have an approach to the arts that is probably a little different. We have an arts integrated approach where we show that art is related to all the subject areas. We feel when kids are engaged in the arts, they can do better in their other academic areas.
Enrolling in the Creative Arts Academy is no extra cost for Davenport School students. But if kids outside the district want to audition, parents can apply for them during open enrollment, and your resident school district will be responsible for paying the cost of tuition each year. Reporting live in the newsroom, Ashley Richmond, CBS4 News This Morning.
Thank you, Ashley. The Sterling Police Department says they've made an arrest in the Johnny's Bar and Grill burglary. 24-year-old William S. McGinn of Rock Falls has been arrested for burglary as well as various drug violations. Police say he's also being charged with unlawful possession of stolen property valued between $500 and $10,000. The arrest stems from a report of a burglary at Johnny's Bar and Grill on September 21st, where an ATM machine was stolen. McGinn has been transported to the Whiteside County Jail as the investigation continues. Rock Island County Republicans say they're now appealing a ruling that allowed Jerry Bustos to remain on the ballot for Rock Island County Sheriff. Republican Chairman Bill Bloom held a meeting to announce that they will continue to fight the decision to have Jerry Bustos on the November ballot. Last week, an election review board upheld Bustos' name being added to the ballot after a challenge by Republicans. They claimed former County Sheriff Jeff Boyd never officially withdrew his candidacy, but the Democrats say they did everything legally.
There's a number of issues with this ruling which we, the Republican Party of Rock Island County, think should be examined by a higher authority.
We filled a vacancy on the ballot for our candidate who was removed from the ballot. So we followed state statutes accordingly.
Many residents in the community say they've had enough of the back and forth between the two parties. The Republicans have officially filed an appeal and are calling on acting Rock Island County Chairman Ken Miranda to hold a special meeting. Surviving breast cancer not once, not twice, but 3 times. As October marks Breast Cancer Awareness Month, our own Chris Langlois shows us a local woman defeating the odds in what seems like a never-ending journey.
On the surface, Cindy Ashman has lived the normal life. Married, 2 kids, a job at a chiropractor's office in Rock Island. But for more than 30 years, she's fought unimaginable obstacles while never forgetting to live her life.
At that age, it was just kind of a shock.
At 28, Cindy was first diagnosed with breast cancer. After battling through surgeries and 35 rounds of chemotherapy, her 5-year checkup was knocking at the door.
I was just so super excited and stoked and ready to hear this good news.
At first, that news was good, but it didn't last. In the few years that followed, another diagnosis, another type of cancer in the other breast.
You start all over again, and had another lumpectomy and another 35 rounds of radiation.
Cindy thought she had cleared her final hurdle when she hit her 5-year checkup for the second time, but life, once again, had other plans.
Had a third one, totally different than the other two types of breast cancer.
She again battled for her life, the third time in 13 years, but not letting her journey define who she was. Rather, letting who she was define the journey.
Counting my blessings instead of my woes. I just found that it made my life so much more joyful. And if I'm going to live, I want to live happy.
And happy she is, but her story isn't over. This year, another diagnosis, stage 3 lung cancer. Half her lung removed, another 35 rounds of chemo.
I have never asked why me. I've always said, thank you, Lord, for protecting me.
The cancer is showing signs of retreating, but Cindy herself will never retreat.
That's what we're all trying to do, live life.
The Susan G. Komen Foundation of the Quad Cities is accepting applications from communities for grant money to help educate and increase early diagnosis. If you'd like more information on that, you can head to our website, ourquadcities.com. Chris Langlois, CBS4 News This Morning.
Certainly a story of perseverance. Thanks, Chris. Genesis is teaming up with University of Iowa hospitals to better serve patients with neurological problems. The Genesis Neuroscience Institute and U of I are launching a new collaboration, which they say will help increase access and the level of care for patients in the Quad City region. The partnership means more care in both neurological surgery and general treatment. If you have a criminal record, the Illinois Department of Corrections wants to help you get back on your feet.
They've already served their time, and a lot of it is about building safer communities. If we can provide opportunities for people who actually want to better their lives, we can not only give them another chance and build safer communities, but, we can make society better as a whole.
Yesterday, the annual Summit of Hope community partnered with 50 services, including education and employment programs, giving those with criminal records a second chance to succeed.
It's the past now, so I'm working on trying to better myself moving forward, and this is actually helping a lot.
Officials say the Summit of Hope Community Expo helped more than 300 people. Running water, air conditioning, and heating are utilities that many take for granted, but for others, paying for those services can be difficult. Now, one local agency is stepping in, helping residents get those utilities turned on before temperatures drop. The program started on September 1st for residents 60 and older or disabled, and in just 4 weeks, Project Now has received more than 1,700 applications. Wednesday, they opened up their doors for those with disconnected utilities, families with children under 5, and households with non-operational furnaces. Through this program, residents will have a credit on their energy bill to help pay for any cost associated with heating. Project Now says last year over 8,100 applications came in, and this year they're expecting even more.
Every year our application intake seems to go up and up. The demand is there, and to help the community with the heating assistance.
Although there were restrictions on yesterday's sign-up, the general public will be able to make appointments on November 3rd. For more information, head to our website, ourquadcities.com. Good morning to you, Anthony. Certainly a good idea to make sure things are in place so that heat is available once those temperatures drop, but I'm hoping that time doesn't come anytime soon.
Well, if you want to test your heating, this weekend might be a good weekend to do it, maybe Friday night and Saturday night as temperatures drop into the 30s, but we will have a recovery in our temperatures next week after that. Right now we are dealing with some dense fog across the area. Visibility in Burlington now down to about 1/4 of a mile to 1/3 of a mile. Visibility in Muscatine at less than 2 miles. And you see visibilities at less than a mile out across central Iowa. So take it easy out there this morning with the fog developing across the area. 63 our current temperature, a high dew point in humidity and calm winds. Perfect ingredients for fog to develop. We had some rain showers to move through and skirt the Quad Cities earlier this morning. Now we're dealing with the fog, and there's also some clearing out across Iowa. That's allowing that dense fog to develop too. And we're watching showers and storms develop across Nebraska and Kansas, pushing into western Iowa. Those are the storms that will be moving across Iowa today, giving us stormy weather here this afternoon. Kids heading off to school this morning. We'll have quiet conditions and the fog to deal with. Temperatures, though mild, in the 60s this afternoon. We'll be up to 72 to 77 with showers and thunderstorms developing across the area. Some of the storms this evening could be on the strong to severe side, so definitely keep up on the latest forecast if you have any outdoor plans or just sitting at your home wondering where the storms are, because we could see some damaging winds and large hail this evening, and that will be followed by a blast from Canada tomorrow. Much colder air and a lot of wind coming in, so maybe you might want to try out those heaters tomorrow night and Saturday night.
Yeah, definitely some big changes coming. And I know one group that will be looking out for those storms, those that are wanting to watch some Thursday night football, they'll definitely be wondering what kind of weather to expect tonight.
That's right. If you're watching Thursday night football, you know, we may bring you a couple of weather updates this evening. But if you're heading out to Thursday night football, might be a stormy evening. So keep up on the latest forecast. In Illinois, if you're heading out to Friday night football, you're going to want to take along a coat and maybe even a blanket.
All right, be prepared. Don't miss our Pet of the Week. That's right after the break.
Stay with us. You're watching CBS4 News this morning. The time now is 6:12.
You're watching CBS4 News This Morning at 6 with Emily Scarlett and meteorologist Anthony Peoples. This is CBS4 News This Morning.